We just threw a Wizard of Oz themed party, and I want to share with you the DIY decorations we made, including the famous yellow brick road and a huge 3D Emerald City. Let's get started with the backdrop. We picked up some inexpensive plastic tablecloths at the dollar store and hung them from the wall behind the table to create a large rainbow on the wall. What better way to acknowledge Dorothy's Somewhere Over the Rainbow song, right? While I'm hanging these just right, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss our other fun party decor ideas coming soon. We covered the table with an emerald green fabric tablecloth to represent the fields our favorite characters went through on their way to see Oz. To create the famous yellow brick road, we started with a sheet of faux brick paneling from the hardware store and used a jigsaw to cut it down to about a foot wide and as long as our table. Before reaching for the yellow paint, we gave it a good base coat of white first, which will make that yellow really pop. See how bright that yellow spray paint is over the white base coat? It's the perfect yellow brick road. We put the road down the middle of the table to serve as a table runner. Now let's make the big Emerald City to go at the end of the yellow brick road. We started with lots of PVC pipes, which you can find in short lengths at the hardware store. This is a great way to use up any scraps you have in your garage too. We used various diameters of pipes and various lengths, modeling the overall shape after the real Emerald City from the movie. We used 24 pieces in all, and you can find the exact measurements in our blog post, which we'll link to below. After laying out all the pipes, we numbered them 1 to 24 on the inside to keep the order straight in case they get mixed up. Then it was time to cover these boring pipes with some green sequin fabric that would add just the right sparkle. For each pipe, we cut the fabric a couple inches longer than the pipe. The fabric was a little bit see-through, so we cut it wide enough to go around the pipe twice for good coverage. Then we cut down some of our super sticky double-sided tape sheets into strips to attach the first fabric edge. We rolled the pipe up and then used more tape at the other end to close it up. You can get a link to our special tape below. It's really great for this because it's so sticky and it doesn't squirt through the fabric like hot glue probably would. We tucked the extra fabric in at the top and kept going with the rest of the pipes, covering each one with fabric. To hold everything together, we made a base out of a 1x3 board, wrapped it in more green fabric, and then added a 6-inch tall back to it to provide a good gluing surface. Then we heated up our hot glue gun and got to work. We put a generous amount of hot glue on the bottom of the pipe, on the back, and stuck it to the base. Be sure to check those numbers you wrote on the pipes to keep them all in the right order as you glue them in place. And make sure you turn the pipe so that the fabric seam is in the back. After all the glue sets up, it's ready to go on the table at the end of our yellow brick road. Perfect! Our characters traveled through a big poppy field on the way to Oz, so we want to add some red poppies to the table setting. We came up with a really easy way to make simple paper poppies using just red construction paper. We started with 2 circles about 2 to 3 inches across without worrying about making them perfect. A little imperfection actually looks more realistic. Then we took 1 circle and folded it in half and folded it in half again. Then we unfolded it and pinched in one of the creases, overlapping the paper about a 1/4 inch to create a triangular dart. We did this on all 4 creases to form 4 loose petal shapes. On the other circle, we first used a black marker to draw a big dot with little lines coming out of it for the flower center. Then we folded it up just like the first one. For the stem, we started with a piece of floral wire and used a pair of needle nose pliers to make a tiny hook at the end. Then we poked the wire through the circle that had the black dot on it. A little dab of hot glue on the wire hook held it in place. Then we poked the wire through the other circle and slid it halfway down. This time we put hot glue on the bottom of the first circle and then slid the second circle all the way down, pressing it in place and making sure not to line the folds up exactly with the first one so that you get a fuller looking flower. A quick dab of yellow paint on the wire glue knot in the center and the flower was complete. For the table, we cut the stems pretty short and tucked them in front of the Emerald City on the table. For the place settings, we started with a silver charger that reminded us of the Tin Man and topped it with a white plate. We made quick napkin rings from some red sequin elastic and tucked a couple of rainbow lollipops inside that were sure to please the members of the Lollipop Guild. We chose rainbow-colored flatware to finish off the place setting, and it was the perfect combination of elegant and fun. For the centerpiece, we started with an image that we designed that resembled the Wicked Witch's striped stockings. You can get the free download on our blog and just print it and cut it out. To make the ruby slippers really sparkle, we covered them with glue and added plenty of red glitter. We put those famous legs right in the middle of our yellow brick road, tucked under a picnic basket. We lined the basket with blue gingham to mimic Dorothy's dress and filled it with bread for the table. And then our table setting was complete. Our yellow brick road leads right up to the gorgeous Emerald City with its sparkling green glitter towers at the end of the table. Our place settings are bright and fun, but also classy enough for a dinner party. And those little paper poppies are such a fun touch. We hope you enjoyed watching us create this Wizard of Oz setup and hope you got some great ideas for your party. We've got lots more fun party ideas planned, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.